This conference will now be recorded.
So yesterday when we encountered that issue, like the Git and Jenkins issue, I have gone through a couple of websites and I did some research. So we are getting continuously we are getting this issue like cannot allocate memory and the download packages are saved in cache until this next successful transaction. So what happened is this Git installation on RHL is it's getting paid. Repeatedly it's getting paid because there are certain memory issues and certain limitations in RHL machine. We are using free drive, right? So that is the purpose. This RHL is not taking the Git installation. And in order to install the Git, we need certain packages. So RHL 8 free tier version it's not supporting. So I tried that. For that purpose, what I have done is I have created one Jenkins instance, one Jenkins on Ubuntu server. Okay, I have created Jenkins on Ubuntu server. So this is quite simple. Even you can create this Jenkins on Ubuntu. First thing is, you can click on link like this. So you can follow any one of the link. Okay, all these links will install Jenkins on Ubuntu server. But my recommendation is always go through official documentation. Okay, Jenkins.io website is there, right? So even the steps are same. Okay, nothing changes. Okay, so you can follow these steps to install Jenkins on Ubuntu server. Okay, so Ubuntu has all facilities. We can install Git in it. We can install Maven in the server. Okay, so install Ubuntu on install Jenkins on Ubuntu. Okay, sorry, let me open my browser. So install Ubuntu on Jenkins. At the same time, install Git on Jenkins. Okay. So is my voice audible, Priyanka?
Yes, I can.
Okay, then let's continue the class. So today we are going to discuss this Git and Maven integration. Sorry, Git and Jenkins integration. And we are going to do some sequential builds. Okay, and then we are going to check the build options like build periodically, build periodically. What is the other option? Whole SCM. Okay, and GitHub webhook. Okay, and also one Maven project. We are going to build one Maven project. Okay, so let's log into this server. So I have installed Jenkins on this Ubuntu machine. Let's go to this, and it's in running state. Such client. Sudo minus control plus. Okay. Now, what is the public IP of this machine? Just click on this and public up. We get refreshing again and again. So just click on the connect instance ID. Shit. Okay. Now username is admin and password is also admin. Okay. So you need to put some strong password. That is why always this Google is showing this password alert. If you put some strong password, it won't show any. Okay. So first thing, I'm clicking on new item. Okay, and click on freestyle project. Let's say like something like Git integration, or else you can simply give shortcut like Git INT. Okay, click on freestyle project. Click on OK. So in the source code management session, okay, we need to provide the GitHub link. Okay, we need to provide the GitHub link. But before that, you need to install the Git on your server. Okay, you need to install the Git on server. So see, this Git has we have Git in the server. So you know the command, right? So sudo apt-get sudo apt-get install Git. Okay, that is the command. So using that command, you can install the Git on the server. Okay. Now let's go to build session. Okay. Here in this repository URL, I am giving my GitHub repository link. Okay. Let's take this shell scripts. So if you go to this code section, you'll be having one link. So copy this link and simply paste this link here. Okay. And yesterday we have seen that error, right, due to the memory issue. So in Ubuntu we are not seeing that issue. Okay. And we need to select which branch it should pick up for build. Okay. Here we have only one branch, that is main branch. Okay. So instead of master, I am giving main. It is very important. Remember that whenever you are doing some build in real time in your project, you need to appropriately select this branch. Otherwise, there you'll get a lot of errors. Okay, and here credentials part. So generally, if our repository is the what is it, private repository, so you can add credentials here, like okay, like add here. If you click on this Jenkins, ప్రియా ఇప్పుడు వినిపిస్తుందా? Okay, sure. Thank you. Sorry for the network disconnectivity. See, there seems to be a network issue. So is my screen visible?
Yes, yes.
Okay, 1 minute. Okay, so this is git int. Okay, okay, no problem. You can give git project. Okay, just click on okay, and here in the git session, I'm just giving my GitHub link. So I'm just giving my GitHub link. So we don't have any credentials since this is a public repository. We don't need to provide any credentials. I'm simply giving my branch. This is main branch because we have only one branch. That is the reason I'm giving the branch as main branch. And we need to give one shell command. Okay, because I have one file in my GitHub, right? This is user.sh. In order to run this, we need to give one command like sh user.sh. Remember this. If you want to run any shell script, suppose sh and that file name, it will execute the shell script. Okay. Now, so this is main branch and the GitHub link is fine. Just save this. We are in Git project right now. Let's click on build now. Okay. If you click on build now, see here one build. What happened? What is it doing? It is cloning the repository, GitHub repository. Okay. It is initiating this project in our Warlib Jenkins workspace. Okay. And it is trying to fetch some configurations from the GitHub. You don't need to worry about all these things. Only thing that we need to check is our script executed? Okay, see, hello Jenkins. Hey, I'm Jenkins, and we'll be telling you the current process. Whatever is there in this script, okay, whatever is there in this script, it is executing. Okay, it is executing. So we have date command here, right? We will check. So if you check this, it has executed date, and also we have one echo command. It is executed this command. Okay, simply what you need to do is you just need to select the Git repository, source code management as Git, and then you need to provide the Git link. Okay, so this is a public repository, so you don't need to provide any credentials. But in case if you have a private repository or Git, you can select this option. Okay, and going forward sessions, we will see that option as well. So I have only one branch called main branch, so I am selecting this branch as a main branch. Okay, now in order to run this shell script, in the build options, I'm just clicking on execute shell option and then giving sh user.sh. Okay, just saving this, and it has started the build. Okay, it has started the build. Okay, this is how we'll integrate Git with Jenkins. Okay. So first thing is in the Git and Jenkins integration, open, create a new project. Okay, and then in the source code management section, provide GitHub link. Okay, and then next you can give one shell command. Okay, you can give one shell command, or it could be any command. If you are running Maven project also, you can give Maven thing. Okay, you can give shell command, and also you need to specify the branch. Okay, here you need to specify the branch and build now. Click on build now. So this will execute the build. So because now let's go back to dashboard. Okay, I would like to do some sequential builds. For that purpose, I am creating some freestyle project called build. Okay, simply I'm creating this project, and here I'm not giving any source code. And the post build actions, execute shell, echo. I'm simply giving first build. Okay, first build. Now save this. Okay, and go to dashboard and create new item. Now I am giving test as one more job. Okay, simply I'm not selecting any options. In this test section, I'm just giving one shell command like echo. What is it? You can write like first test. Okay, now click on save. And I am going to new item again. Deploy. Okay, this time click on freestyle project, and in the build section we will give one more shell command like echo, something like first deploy. And also I want to display the deployment date. So let's give one more command called date command. Just save this. Okay, so if I go back to dashboard, you can see build option, you can see deploy, and you can see test job. Okay, so I want to execute these jobs sequentially. Okay, I want to execute these jobs sequentially. Okay, wait. So sequential in the sense, first I want to execute build, and then next I want to execute test, and then I want to execute deploy. Okay, but all this process should happen through only one build. Okay, all this process should happen through only one build. So I can connect this build and this build with test build. Okay, the intermediate build. So I can connect this build, the first one, and the third one with the intermediate build, this test. So if I go to test, okay, on this test project, there is an option to configure. If you click on this configure, okay, so here if you click on build session, if you scroll down, there will be one option. Okay, in the build session, yeah, here in the build triggers option, we have build after another projects, other projects are built. Okay, actually we have seen this option, build after other projects are built. So first build should be the build option. So the build first project should be the build project. Okay, and after build it should trigger my test build. Okay, this current build. Okay, this current build should be triggered. Okay, I would say project instead of build. Okay, I would say project instead of build. First this build project should trigger, and then this test project should trigger, and then in the post build actions, okay, if you see this post build actions, build other projects. What is the meaning of this post? Actually post means tarvata, means ఈ టెస్ట్ అయిన తర్వాత మళ్ళీ మనకి ఇంకొక బిల్డ్ కావాలి. ఓకే, చెప్పారు కదా, ఫస్ట్ బిల్డ్ షుడ్ బి ద బిల్డ్ ఫస్ట్, అండ్ దెన్ నెక్స్ట్ test, and then deploy. So we are integrating this first project and the second project with this test. Okay. Now build other projects. So after building this test, what should be the next project? Deploy. Okay. So here you will be options like test trigger only if build is stable, or trigger even if the build is unstable. Okay. Trigger even if the build fails. Meaning is trigger build only if build is stable, in the sense if the first build is successful, or if it's then proper, then only build this project. So that is the meaning. Okay. Or else even if the build is unstable in the sense if we select this option, even if we get errors, it should proceed. Trigger even if the build fails in the sense even if the build is not successful. Okay. Unstable and fails, both are different. Unstable is nothing but you will get intermediate issues, something like some Java not found or something like that. Build fail is that something like code failures or something like that. So generally we don't need to bother about these options, just select the default option. Okay. Here in this session, we have build. The first should the first project should be build. Okay. Build after other projects are build. So first thing is the build should be happen. If you see this option, project to watch, first thing is build should happen, and then the next thing is this test should happen, and then the next thing is in the post build actions, this deploy should happen. Okay. Let's save this. Now I want to go back to my dashboard. I would like to initiate this build. Okay. Let's click on this build now, and let's see what happens. If you click on this here, okay, it is executed. Okay, it is executed the output. It has executed the output first build and triggering a new build of test. See what happened? The sequential execution. Yes, it has triggered test build. Okay. Now right now we are in test build. Let's see. If you click on this, so in the test we gave it as first test, right? So it has triggered the test build as well, and triggering a new build of deploy. So in the post build actions we mentioned that after test is project completed, then it should deploy. So if you click on this deploy, we are in deploy project. Okay, we are in deploy project. If you click on this, it is showing this is first deploy, and this is the date. Okay, the date is executed. Date command is executed. Finish, success. So that is the sequential execution process. Okay, like this. This will happen in the real time also. It will happen in pipeline. So in this build, okay, in the build, test, and deploy projects, instead of giving this echo commands, we can give GitHub as well. Okay, GitHub account as well. That is just configure. Okay, you can provide Git link. Okay, and you can instead of you can provide this build command, and you can execute. In the three projects also you can execute. Okay, so just for the understanding purpose, I created like this. Okay, let's save this, and we'll go with the other projects. Okay, back to project. Now the sequential execution is completed. First thing is we need to create one build job, and the next thing is we need to create one test job. Okay, and then deploy. In this test, we need to select build after other projects are something like build after projects are build something like this, and will be option. So you need to select the build here, and in post build actions. Okay, and then post build actions, you'll be having option called build other projects. Okay, there you need to select this deploy. Okay, you need to select this deploy. Let's remove this. Okay, so and then start the first build. Okay, like first build is nothing but the build project. It will sequentially execute 12, sequentially execute the rest of the jobs or the other jobs. Okay? Simply other jobs. Now let's see options like this. Build options like build periodically. Okay. But before that, we need to know what is cron tab. Okay, cron expression. Okay. For that, let's go to this cron tab. Okay. So if you see this, we have 5 stars here. Okay. First, we have 5 stars here. This is first star, this is second star, this is third star, this is fourth star, and this is fifth star. Okay. Each and every star. Okay. If you see this, each and every star, um, it will identify the time. Okay. The date and the month and the week. So here the first star is the minutes. Okay. First star is minutes. So we have 60 minutes, right? 0 to 59. Total it includes 60 minutes. So from 0 minutes to 59, it includes 60 minutes. So in 1 hour, we have 60 minutes. Okay. The second star indicates the hour. Okay. Hour is nothing but in one day we have 24 hours, right? So 0 to 23. Total 24 hours. Okay. If you calculate from what do you say 12 a.m. 12 a.m. to 1 a.m. like that is 1 hour. Like this, if you calculate till midnight again, until you will get to 24 hours. So you need to understand simply the first thing is first star is the minutes, second star is hours, and third star is day of the month. We have 31 days in the month. Okay, let's say for example 30 or 31, but as per cron tab, it is taking the maximum value since it is 31st. And the next thing is month. We have 12 months, right? 1 to 12. So we have 12 months, and the next is day of the week. In week we have 7 days. Okay, including with Sunday, we have 7 days, right? So the purpose of this cron expression is if you want to trigger your build on particular time, okay, without manual intervention. So suppose if you trigger this build with using this cron job, even if you're not present there, I mean, even if you're not working also, it will automatically trigger the build. Okay. So the purpose of this cron expression is this is the Linux, what do you say, uh, activity or Linux task. So this is one of the Linux concept actually. So what happens is if you want to automate your jobs, for example, if you want to automate jobs tomorrow at 12 p.m. Okay, but you don't have to log in, do this activity like you don't have to look at that activity. So, but it will happen. How this will happen? If you set up one cron expression using this information, okay, using this information, it will automate the build. Okay, let's say for example, if you see this at 12 p.m. 12 p.m. in the sense it is afternoon, right? Every day. Okay. This star indicates, okay, this star indicates every day. Okay. Every day or every month or every, so consider this star as every. Okay. Like if we don't define anything, it will be like star. Okay. Let's say for example at 12 p.m. every day my build should happen. Okay. So here he is asking at 12 p.m. every day. He specified the time. Okay, time comes under hours, right? That is why in the second section, okay, in the hours section, he specified 12. And did not specify the minutes. He did not specify the minutes. That is why the first section is 0. Okay, the first section is 0. And this third section, okay, he did not specify any month or what I say, any day of the week, month, or the fourth section is he did not specify any month. He is saying simply every day. So that is why we are giving this star, star, and a question mark. Question mark, you can use star or question mark. Anything is fine. So there is no difference. So here the meaning of this 12 p.m. at every day is 12 p.m. is hour, right? So he specified at 12 p.m. and he did not specify any minutes. Okay, he did not specify any minutes, and then he is asking every day. So that is the reason. Rest of the stars are what do you say? Rest are stars. Okay. Now in the second case, every minute starting at 1 p.m. and ending at 1:05 p.m. So every minute starting at 1 p.m. and ending at 1:05 p.m. Okay, my build on every day. My build that should happen between 1 p.m. to 1:05 p.m. every day. That is the meaning of this sentence. Okay, so 1 p.m. to 1:05 p.m. How many minutes are there? 5 minutes, right? So that is the purpose. Here in the first section, in place of first star, he has mentioned like 0 to 5. Okay, it should start every minute starting with 1 p.m. and ending with 1:05 p.m. So the build should happen during this time. So we have 5 minutes. That's why he has mentioned 0 to 5. And then 1 p.m. is nothing but, let's say, up to 12 p.m. So if you consider 12 hours format, it will be up to 12 p.m. It will be 12.
Sai Kiran bro,
Ah,
I have one
sure.
doubt.
Check.
Previously, every minute starting at 1 p.m. and ending at 1:15 p.m.
Hmm.
అతను 0 to 5 ఇచ్చిండు కదా, 0 to 4 ఇవ్వాలి కదా. 5 minutes అంటే 0 to 4 అంటే 5 అయింది కదా. ప్రీవియస్లీ మినిట్స్ లో 0 to 15 అంటే 60 minutes ఈక్వల్ టు 1 hour. ఇక్కడ 0 to 5 అని ఇచ్చిండు కదా, అంటే 0 to 4 ఇస్తే 5 minutes అయింది కదా అక్కడ.
Actually 0 to 4 is the 5 minutes, but this is considered as 0 in terms of minutes. It is last, actually ఇది ఇక్కడ 0 to 59 minutes అంటే ఇక్కడ లాస్ట్ మినిట్స్ కన్సిడర్ చేసుకుంటాం. యాక్చువల్గా 4 ఇవ్వాలి, బట్ అది గూగుల్ నుంచి తీసుకున్నా కాబట్టి ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇట్ మైట్ బి మిస్టేక్ అనమాట. సో మేబీ నువ్వు అన్నట్లు 0 to 4 ఉండొచ్చు, ఎందుకంటే ఐ టుక్ దిస్ క్రాన్ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ ఫ్రమ్ గూగుల్ టు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ యూ. ఓకే, సో ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ లెట్స్ కన్సిడర్ దిస్ సిచ్యువేషన్. Okay, either it could be a 0 to 4 or 0 to 5. So first section it should be star. Okay, and the next thing, here we have 13. Why we have 13 here? So till 12 p.m. and so in 24 hours format, one is 13 p.m. right? 13. So 2 is 14. Like this in 24 hours format. So suppose 3 is 15. Okay, like this he is considering this 1 p.m. ఇక్కడ నెక్స్ట్ అవర్ ఇస్తున్నాడు, ఫస్ట్ వచ్చేసి మినిట్స్ ఇస్తున్నాడు. ఓకే, అండ్ దెన్ స్టార్ స్టార్ అండ్ దెన్ he is saying every day, right? So that is why the rest of the stars are rest of the places are stars. ఓకే, ఇది క్రాన్ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ అన్నమాట. సో ఇప్పుడు we will trigger one build. Okay, let's take one build. Create one simple project called what is it, something like build periodically, or else we'll name this as build period. Okay, we'll take this simple crystal project. Okay, now I'm going to this general session. Okay, I'm selecting this option. So if I give all stars, okay, if I give all stars, it will take, what is it, it will take each and every minute. It will automate the builder each and every minute and each and every hour in the each and in each hour on each particular day of the month, and on every month, and the last option is on every day. Okay, meaning ప్రతి మినిట్, ప్రతి సెకండ్, ప్రతి మినిట్, every day, every month, అంటే రెగ్యులర్ గా చెక్ చేస్తా ఉంటాం. అంటే ఇంకా ఇప్పటి నుంచి ఫ్రమ్ నవ్ ఆన్వర్డ్స్ ఎవ్రీ మినిట్ కి బిల్డ్ ట్రిగర్ అవుతా ఉంటుంది. సో జనరలీ దిస్ ఈస్ నాట్ ఎ గుడ్ స్టాండర్డ్ ఆప్షన్. ఓకే, generally in the real time organizations they will give like instead of star they will give like h5. Okay, 5 minutes ki లేదంటే 15 minutes కి ఒకసారి బిల్ అవ్వాలంటే h15. సో like this they will give the cron tab, but we need to give space between stars. Okay, we can give star by 2. I want to check this build for 2 minutes. Okay, on this, third this, fourth this, and then fifth this. Okay, and I am simply giving one echo command. Okay, one echo command like this is to test build. Okay, now I selected this option build periodically. I am giving star by 2. Even if you give h by 2, that will work. Okay, now just save this and I am waiting. Okay, I am waiting for 2 minutes. Let's see what happens. I did not initiate the build, but it should trigger. See, if you check this after 2 minutes, okay, it has triggered the build. So it has executed the build. Okay, that's how this build periodically works. If you want to automate the job, okay, it will check for that specified time and then it will execute the build. Let's wait for 2 more minutes. Let's see what happens. I did not do anything. Okay, I did not select any option like build now or anything. Let's see, wait for 2 more minutes and let's see what happens. And instead of taking this shell command, you can integrate GitHub also, and you can wait for the build. So for time being, present time ఏమంటారు సేవ్ చేయడం కోసం నేను షెల్ స్పీడ్ కావడం కోసం షెల్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ తీసుకున్నాను. మీరు గిటప్ కూడా ట్రై చేయొచ్చు. యాక్చువల్లీ రియల్ టైంలో గిటప్ చేస్తారు. సో విల్ సీ దట్ ఆప్షన్ ఇన్ ద నెక్స్ట్ ఫ్యూ మినిట్స్. So it will wait for 2 minutes and then it will trigger on one more build. See, if you check this in 2 minutes, okay, in 2 minutes, see from 3:08 to 3:10, it has started one more build. Okay, like this, if you select this build periodically option, what will happen? It will automatically start the build for every 2 minutes. Okay, for every 2 minutes, it will automatically start the build. So if you don't stop this now, for every 2 minutes, it will continuously build the project, irrespective of the changes. ఏ change చేసినా చేయకపోయినా, it will continuously start the build. For now, let's stop this. Okay, for now, let's stop this and save it. Okay, now the next project is Polyscium. Okay, we have one more option called Polyscium. We'll see this. Okay, we'll see this. I'm just editing my project instead of creating again and again in the build session. I'm just removing this command. Okay, I'm selecting this Polyscium option. Okay, I'm selecting this Polyscium option. In this Polyscium option, the CRON tab is same. Okay, this CRON expression, it is same. Okay, but this time what I'm doing is I'm integrating my GitHub repository with this Jenkins. Okay, this is my Git repository, right? So here under CRON DevOps one shell scripts, I'm just taking the code. Okay, I'm copying the link, and in the GitHub section, in the Git section, I'm just pasting the link, and I have only main branch. Okay, we need to specify the branch. Okay, here I have only main branch. We need to specify the branch. My build should happen through main branch. Now, so in the build session, this is a shell script, right? But before going to that, we will define our time. Okay, we will define our cron job like star by 2, and then star and space, and then star and space, star and star. Meaning, this build should happen uh, for every 2 minutes. Okay, for every 2 minutes, this GitHub, this Polyscium will look for this branch. Okay, this GitHub branch and start the build. Okay, now let's see what happens. Here, execute shell. I have this is a shell script, right? That is the reason I am just simply giving sh space user dot sh. You might be surprised. This window is a bit large. Okay, here you can see the option sh user dot sh, and then I am cross checking once, I'm cross checking once. Okay, so here it is saying that you can use h by 2 instead of star by 2. Okay, you can use that as well. Now I have provided a shell command and the GitHub link as well. I need to cross check it for once doing this build. Okay, yeah. Now just save this and let's wait for 2 minutes. Okay, let's see what happens. If you see this, it has triggered one build. Okay, initially it has triggered one build. If you click on this build, same, it is cloning the information from repository, GitHub repository, and then it is executing the commands. Okay, it is executing the commands. Now, if you go back to the project, okay, if you go back to the project, now the time is 3:14, right? Let's wait for 2 minutes. It is 8:44. Okay, so Jenkins is taking some different country time or something like that. That's why it's showing like this. So let's wait for some time. So earlier when we see this, the time is 8:44 and then now time is 8:45. We will wait for 1 minute and we will see what happens. In the Polesium, it should not start any build. Okay, it should not start any build after 2 minutes. I will explain the reason why. So see here it is 8:46. Okay, it is 8:46 and we will wait for 1 more minute. See, now the time is 8:47, but the build is not happened. I will explain the reason why. Okay, so in the Polesium, okay, in the Polesium, let's take for example, if you take this build periodically, okay, even if there is a change or no change, okay, change is nothing but even if there is commit or no commits in GitHub repository, not only in GitHub, in the what do you say shell session as well, in the shell this thing, it will start the build. Okay, it will start the build for every 2 minutes. Every, I would say, like, time just specified in front tab. Okay. సో మీరు ఆ క్రాన్ ట్యాబ్ లో ఎప్పుడైతే అంటే మీరు 2 minutes మెన్షన్ చేస్తారు, 5 minutes మెన్షన్ చేస్తారు, ఆ 5 minutes కి ఏ చేంజ్ ఉన్నా లేకపోయినా బిల్డ్ పీరియాడికల్ అనేది ఆటోమేటిక్ గా ఆ బిల్డ్ ఆటోమేట్ చేస్తూ ఉంటుంది. అంటే మళ్ళీ అగైన్ బిల్డ్స్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తూ ఉంటాయి. బట్ whereas in Polesium, it will only look for change in the specified time. Okay, it will only look for change in the specified time. Okay, in the specified time. So Polesium would every time it will check for every 2 minutes. Okay, it will check for the GitHub repository for every 2 minutes. But if there is any change, then only it will start the build. Okay, we'll do one thing. We'll do some modification to the project and we will see. Okay, here this is my shell script, right? I'm just editing this. Okay, editing this. Now I would like to add one more echo command. Okay, like this is a sample test or a simple test. I'm just adding one line. That's it. Okay, now updated new line. You can give commit message and just click on commit. Okay, we just made one change in the GitHub repository and we will see what happens. I did not click on any build or anything like that. Okay, I'm just waiting. See, this Polesium, it has, it has gone through this GitHub repository and it has checked if there is any change. Okay, GitHub repository is checked if there is any change, and if there is a change and it started the build. See, this is a simple test. Okay, this is simple test. It has executed the build. Okay, again what it will do, it will look for the Polesium. It will look for any, if there is any change. If there is a change, then it will start the build. Otherwise it won't start the build. అర్థమైందండి? బిల్డ్ పీరియాడికల్లీ వర్సెస్ Polesium. బిల్డ్ పీరియాడికల్లీ మీరు ఎప్పుడు ఆప్షన్ ఇచ్చినా 2 minutes is 2 minutes, 5 minutes is 5 minutes. Every time, even if there is no change or if there are no commits in the GitHub, it will start the build. Okay, irrespective of the changes, change unna lekapaina, build periodically option, it will start the build. Okay, but whereas in PoleSCM, if you make the change, okay, మీరు స్పెసిఫైడ్ టైంలో మీరు ఆ 2 minutes లో మీరు చేంజ్ చేశారు కదా, ఎవ్రీ 2 minutes కి చెక్ చేస్తూ ఉంటుంది PoleSCM. చెక్ చేసి if there is any change, it will start the build. Okay, that is the difference between PoleSCM and build periodically. First is nothing but we will check the change. The SCM. SCM is nothing but source code management. And if there is any change, or new commit, if there is any change or new commit, itself it will build the project. Okay, it will build the project. So build periodically, in case of build periodically, there is change, commit or no commit in the GitHub repo, it will start the build for every minute. Okay, for every minute, or not for every minute, that for the time specified in, okay, for every time which is specified in cron job. But in case of PoleSCM, okay, what it will do, it will check for the GitHub repository for every specified time, either it could be minutes or days. It will check for that what is it, repository. So check చేస్తుంది ఖచ్చితంగా ఆ 2 minutes ఒకసారి చెక్ చేస్తుంది. చెక్ చేసి if there is any change, then only it will build. బట్ మనం బిల్డ్ పీరియడికల్ చూసినప్పుడు 2 minutes వెయిట్ చేస్తే ఆటోమేటిక్ గా మనకి జెంకిన్స్ లో బిల్డ్ అనేది మనం ఏం చేయకుండానే అయింది చూడండి. ఓకే, 2 builds అనేవి ఆటోమేటిక్ గా ఎవ్రీ 2 minutes అయింది. బట్ మనం థర్డ్ బిల్డ్ PoleSCM యూజ్ చేసిన తర్వాత వెయిట్ చేసిన తర్వాత బిల్డ్ అయింది కాలేదు. మనం PoleSCM లో ఏం చేసామంటే గిటబ్ రిపాజిటరీ ఉంటుంది, గిటబ్ రిపాజిటరీలో ఒక లైన్ యాడ్ చేసాం, చేంజ్ చేసాం. సో ఎవ్రీ మనం స్పెసిఫై చేసిన ఈ 2 minutes ఉంటుంది, ఈ 2 minutes లో చెక్ చేసుకుంటుంది అన్నమాట. PoleSCM ఆప్షన్ ఏం చేస్తానంటే చెక్ చేసుకొని ఈ 2 minutes లో ఓకే అక్కడ ఒక చేంజ్ జరిగింది. ఎవ్రీ 2 minutes ఒకసారి చెక్ చేస్తాం మనం, ఎవ్రీ 2 minutes ఒకసారి చెక్ చేసి అక్కడ ఒక చేంజ్ జరిగింది, మనం బిల్డ్ స్టార్ట్ చేయాలని చెప్పేసి PoleSCM స్టార్ట్ చేస్తాం. దట్ ఈస్ ద డిఫరెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ బిల్డ్ పీరియడికలీ అండ్ PoleSCM. ఓకే, let me disable this as well. Okay, let me disable this as well. Now the next concept is GitHub webhooking. Okay, let's build in the build. We have one thing like GitHub webhook trigger for Git PoleSCM. Okay, what is this option? So we have to, webhooking is nothing but మనము జనరల్లీ హుకింగ్ అంటే మనకు తెలుసు కదా, చైన్ ని లింక్ చేయడం. అలా మన GitHub ని ఏమంటారు, PoleSCM ని లింక్ చేయడం. ఓకే, మన రిపాజిటరీని దీన్ని లింక్ జెంకిన్స్ ని లింక్ చేయడానికి ఇది ఒక ఆప్షన్ GitHub webhook అని చెప్పేసి. సో ఇక్కడ మనం we can link our repository. Okay, let's say for example we'll take this repository. So the process is, it is quite simple. Please clearly observe this. You just click on settings. Okay, just click on settings. In the settings session, in the repository settings session, you will be seeing this webhook option. Okay, if you know, you will be seeing this webhook option. Click on this webhook option. It will ask for add webhook. Okay, add webhook. So add, it will ask for payload URL. So where you want to connect, you want to connect to Jenkins. Yeah. So you need to simply take this link. Okay, take this link in the notepad, and after this you need to add one line called GitHub-webhook and then slash. Remember this, we are webhooking, you know, we are connecting our GitHub repository with this thing, what is it, Jenkins repository, and we need to take that to Jenkins URL. We need to give a link like this. Okay, remember this. Okay, There is our GitHub. Now, in place of payload URL, I am giving this. Okay. Here, content type we need to select JSON. Okay. We don't have any passwords or anything. So see, you don't need to worry about this, and just push the event. Okay. Use this default option and active. We need to activate our webhook. Let's see, add webhook. Okay. So now our webhook is added to. So our Jenkins is added to this repository. Okay. And this session is done. Now let's go to this what is it? Jenkins, and here we need to select this option, GitHub hook trigger for Git SCM pooling. Okay, and we already have Git repository here. Okay, I am selecting this option, and I give this command. Okay, and just save. Okay, just save. Now, what it will do? I need to make one change in the project. Okay, I need to make one change in the project. Since project item. The user session, I need to click on this edit button. I'm simply adding one more line called echo webhook. So I'm giving simply like this. Okay. Now updated webhook. Simply giving this commit message. Okay. I'm simply giving this commit message. Let's see what happens in the remote. Just see, it has started on build, fifth build. Okay, it has started on build. It has executed all the shell commands. Okay, that is how you can connect using this. That is how you can connect GitHub using this option. What is this option? GitHub webhooking. Okay, this GitHub webhooking. Okay, you can connect using this GitHub webhooking. There is this, yeah. So what this will do, if you connect with this repository, every time if you make any change, it will start the build. Okay, that is the purpose of this webhook repository. So these are all different options to connect. What is it? To start the build. We have seen what is remote trigger build remotely, and we have seen what is build after other projects are built. Okay, we have seen build periodically today, and we have seen this full SCM, and also we have seen this GitHub trigger for GitHub SCM pooling. Okay, here let me write the steps. Okay. GitHub webhook. First thing is open Git repository, open GitHub repository, and then go to settings. In settings, you will be seeing one option called webhook. Okay, and add Jenkins URL. First, add webhook, and then Jenkins URL. Okay, and then Jenkins URL. And the next thing is Jenkins URL is this like this. Okay, you need to give like this. Okay, and you need to select the application.json. And the next step is save. Okay, save. The next thing is open Jenkins project, and there select this option. What is this option? GitHub webhook trigger for policy. You have to select this option. Okay. Now just make one change. Commit or change. In తర్వాత save చేయండి project. So then make one commit or change. What it will do? It will trigger the build. Okay. So like this, it will start the build. This build one project as well, right? Build one Maven project. We'll check this option tomorrow. Okay. So like this, we have seen different Jenkins integration today, and sequential builds the post build action, rebuild action. We have seen that. Okay. And we have today we learned about CRON expression. What is CRON expression? And then build periodically option and policy. The difference between build periodically and then policy. What is this build periodically? For every minute, sorry, every specified time, it will check for the change. Even if there is a change or no change, it will ignore. Okay, by default, it will start the build for every time which is specified. Okay, and 2 minutes if 2 minutes, or 5 minutes if 5 minutes, or 10 days if 10 days, it will start the build. But whereas in Coliseum, if there is only change, okay, it will check for the commits. If after the change unte maatrame Coliseum meeku a specified time lo build start chestadi. And then we have seen this GitHub webhooking. Okay, GitHub webhooking ela cheyalo ippudu chusam. So almost the time is 9:02. I think we can stop the recording.